In Southern California's Iranian community, the verdict triggered outrage.
No matter what, I don't believe he had to kill his wife. No matter what, he shouldn't kill his wife.
The problem, say the critics, is that too few criminals are ending up in places like this because too many of them are arguing successfully that they are the victims. It worked for Lorena Bobbitt and for the Menendez brothers. Colin Ferguson's lawyers say he's a victim of black rage. Joel Rifkin says he killed because he was adopted.
It's a terribly dangerous trend.
Professor Alan Dershowitz says defendants are so busy blaming someone or something, personal accountability goes right out the window.
If we now say, well, there's a separate law for abused people, there's a separate law for people who have been victimized, that's what leads to anarchy.
But jurors who heard the Hanukkah case here argue they can't worry about fallout from the verdict.
This man was a victim of his culture as well as a victim of wife abuse. That was the way I saw it.
Hanukkah's lawyer denies jurors are being taken for a ride, but concedes his approach was creative.
Well, that's not a crime to be creative. You know, you're paid to be creative. My job is an advocate and to win. And that's where it ends.
No, says Dershowitz, that is where the problem begins.
There's a syndrome a week these days. Every time there's a case, there's a syndrome to fit the case.
To me, I've been 26 years in prison.
So as Musa Hanukkah serves an 11-year sentence instead of life, the question remains whether he represents a justice system that's being reasonable or being had.